Congressman Dale Strong is in the midst of his first term in the House of Representatives. He was back in Huntsville today, though, for two major events, and our Simon Williams fills us in.
Congressman Dale Strong was back in his home district today to speak at the Washington Update Luncheon hosted by the Huntsville-Madison County Chamber. But he started his day in Cummings Research Park to tour the AdTran facility. Strong was among dignitaries from the local, state, and federal levels, including senior advisor to President Joe Biden, Mitch Landrieu. The group toured the assembly room floor, where they saw how the Huntsville-based company is manufacturing telecommunications equipment. The company celebrated $5 million in federal investments earned through the U.S. government's Internet for All initiative, a major component to Joe Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law, which passed in November 2021 without support from the Alabama congressional Republicans.
And so you together at AdTran, a private corporation that's responding to government investment, private sector, public sector working together, Republicans and Democrats working together. Imagine that. White folk and black folk and brown folk working together. People that live in the rural communities, folks from the city working together are building the future of this country. And that is what you're doing right now.
While Landrieu commended cross-sector collaboration, Strong steered towards lamenting the Biden administration's, quote, wasteful spending and regulatory agenda.
The national government is needing a lot of the technology that we have here in our city. AdTran is a perfect example. This was just about Huntsville and North Alabama. It'd be one thing. AdTran plays on the world stage. Nothing against Mitch. Honestly, I'm proud to welcome him to the Rocket City. I think that they'll understand more about what we do.
Where does billions of dollars in federal investment in infrastructure-related spending fall into that? Is that a separate category to you? Does that
I'll tell you this right here. The thing is, and you know that this occurred before I was a congressman, it is a done deal, but I'll tell you this right here, $32 trillion debt. We cannot do government as we have always done it. We've got to reduce government. That's what we've been working on.
A major point of Strong's speech was his disapproval of the Biden administration's retention of Space Command in Colorado Springs, despite the Air Force's initial selection of Huntsville in 2020.
And you can use their language. It says a large separation between number 2 and number 3. Can you imagine the separation between 2 and 5? You win some and you lose some. And the question is it best for national security? I've yet to have anybody tell me it's best for national security.
And later he doubled down his support for the former president, Donald Trump.
We've never seen a former president attacked at this level, and I'll promise you there's some other presidents that probably did worse than what he did.
After an insurrection, 2 impeachments, 4 indictments, really, you think that's not worthy of that kind of pressure?
You look at where our country is today. If you believe Joe Biden is the right guy for the job, we'll respectfully disagree with each other.
In Huntsville, Simon Williams, Fox 54 News.